Hello, and welcome everyone to Sunday Anime Chat. I am your host, Popculture Mechanic, and today we'll be going through some of the anime news and going through our main topic today, which will be all-purpose cultural cat girl Nuku. That is a long title, but it's a pretty good show. So to start off, why don't I head over to the Anime News Network and see what is news of the week. Let's have a look here. First off, let's move this over here. Discotheque reveals Gunbuster English dub cast. Well, I like myself some Gunbuster. Discotheque announced the cast for its English dub of Gainax's Gunbuster anime at Otakon on Saturday. The cast, under ADR director Marissa Lenti and ADR writer Natalie Van Sistine, includes Kian Chula King as Noriko, Melissa Sternenberg as Kazumi, Bradley Gareth as Koichi Ota, Alexandra Yastashok as Jungfruid, and Bill Jenkins as Tatsumi Toshiro, Lisa Ortiz as Kimiko, Crystal Laporte as Reiko, Ernesto Jason Liebrecht as Smith Torin, Brett Weaver as Yuzu Takaya, Christina V as Takami, Nola Klopp as Linda, and Kai Kennedy as Masanori. Sound Cadence Studios is producing the dub. Discotheque will release the anime later this year. Hideki Anno directed the 1988 Gunbuster original video anime series. US Renditions and Manga Entertainment released the series on videotape, and Bandai Visual USA released the series on DVD in 2007. The OVA received a sequel OVA in 2004 titled Diebuster, Top O Nirei 2. Both OVA series were compiled into a single film in 2006 titled Gunbuster vs. Diebuster Aim for the Top, the Gata movie. Made in Japan most recently released Gunbuster the movie on Blu-ray disc and DVD in 2016. The compilation film was first released as part of the Gunbuster vs. Diebuster Aim for the Top, the Gata movie double feature. Discotheque released Gunbuster 2 Diebuster on DVD in May 2013. Well, hopefully they do a good job. Nothing better than a good dub. Discotheque licenses classic Yurusei Yatsura anime, City Hunter films, more. Seems like Discotheque is doing a lot of work this time around. Once again, Discotheque launches new Toku Time label for tokusatsu shows. Let's see what this says. Label's first releases are Legend of Dinosaurs and Monster Birds. Space Sheriff Gavin. Discotheque announced during its panel at Otakon on Saturday that it has launched a new label named Toku Time, dedicated to tokusatsu media. The company's first licenses for the label include the 1977 Legend of Dinosaurs and Monster Birds, and 1982 Space Sheriff Gavin. The release for Legend of Dinosaurs and Monster Birds will ship later this year and will be a new HD transfer. The release will include the show's original trailers and the Frontier Enterprises English dub. The release for Space Sheriff Gavin will ship in October and will include all 44 episodes of the show in HD. The release will be the first ever English release for the show and will include a reunion interview with lead actor Kenji Oba and director Osamu Kaneda, as well as a photo gallery and a historical essay by tokusatsu enthusiast and essayist Mike Dent. Well, for all of you fans of tokusatsu, that should be very good news. High Dive adds Orgus dubs for Made in Abyss Season 2, Call of the Night, more. Chainsaw Man anime unveils new key visual, teases new promo video. Kawaii Tanuki mo Raku Janai anime ends. Sony reveals more PlayStation VR2 features. Headset has front-facing cameras for checking surroundings. Okay, I gotta look into this. I don't play much VR, ever. Sony Interactive teased more details and features for its new virtual reality peripherals for the PlayStation 5 console. Okay. Seen above is the ability for the user to define the size and shape of their play area using the PlayStation VR2 headset and the PlayStation VR2 Sense controllers. The built-in front-facing cameras on the PS VR2 headset will scan the room, while the PS2 VR2 Sense controller allow users to shape the play area while using the peripherals during play. Players will be warned if they are approaching the borders of their predefined play area. Well, that should stop a lot of accidents from happening. I don't know how prevalent that's been, but it might be something that there's a big problem with. The front-facing camera of the headset will also allow users to see through the headset using both a button in the headset or an on-screen card in the control center. This will allow users to quickly switch from viewing content within the headset and checking their surroundings. The camera has no recording capability. The system can also interact with the PlayStation 5 HD camera to take footage of yourself while playing. Players can also switch between VR mode and cinematic mode in the headset. In VR mode, the headset will display a 4000 by 2040 HDR resolution, 2000 by 2040 per eye, with a 90 Hz, 120 Hz refresh rate. In cinematic mode, the headset will display a virtual cinema screen in the console's user interface and all non-VR content. The virtual cinema screen will display content in 1080p, in cinematic 24 frames per second, or 60/120 Hz. The new PS VR2 headset has a similar orb shape to the PS VR2 Sense controller, symbolizing the player's 360-degree view in the virtual reality world. In general, the headset has more emphasis on roundness because it is designed to have a constant human contact. The headset adds new features such as lens adjustment dial, slimmer design, and a slight weight reduction. The PSVR2 headset is a new version of the earlier PSVR headset for the PlayStation 4. The headset will be capable of rendering 4K HDR video with each OLED display at 2000 by 2040 resolution at 90 to 120 Hz per eye. Yes. With a 110-degree field of vision. Will also include inside-out tracking for headset and controllers, eye tracking, and 3D audio. Both the PSVR2 headset and the PSVR2 Sense controllers will feature haptic feedback. The original PSVR headset shipped in October 2016. Sony Computer Entertainment Worldwide Studios President Shuhei Yoshida had unveiled the headset at the Game Developers Conference event in 2014, and Sony revealed the headset's updated model at GDC in 2015. So there you go. No more stumbling around, tripping over, and getting hurt in your own living room when you're playing with the VR headset. What do we got here? Katamari Damacy creator Keita Takashi teases new game. Well, I like me some Katamari Damacy. That is fun stuff. Game developer Annapurna Interactive and Katamari Damacy game creator Keita Takahashi unveiled a teaser video on Friday for a new as yet untitled game. No further details for the game were revealed. Okay. Annapurna Interactive and Funimona previously collaborated on the Wattam game, which Keita Takahashi and game designer Robin Hunick directed. The game launched for the PlayStation 4 and PC in December 2019. Takashi's Katamari Damacy rolling puzzle game inspired 7 sequels in North America and Japan for PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, PlayStation Portable, PlayStation Vita, Xbox 360, and mobile devices. Takashi also directed and designed Nooby Nooby Boy and Tenya Wanya Teens. I was hoping for another Katamari game. Those are pretty fun. Crunchyroll reveals Higehiro Anime's English dubcast. Overlord light novels end in 2 volumes. Irodori Sakura licenses My Crush is My Roommate romance for teachers manga. Record of Lodos War Chronicle compilation game launches on August 31st. Wow, Record of Lodos War. I haven't heard about that in a long time. Let's see. Saint Seiya Knights of the Zodiac Battle for Sanctuary CG anime streams on Crunchyroll on July 31st, which is today. Full Metal Alchemist mobile game launches on August 4th. Really? FMA. Getting the mobile game, eh? Live action Tokyo Revengers film gets a sequel in 2023. Actress Akari Kito Nanamori diagnosed with the coof. Hopefully she recovers from that. It's not good. Sentai Filmworks Kaji debuts on High Dive in 4th quarter. For all you Digimon fans, Digimon Adventure 2 film confirms title, 2 new cast members. I feel I haven't heard a lot about Digimon as of late. Don't know whether it's still going strong or whether it's whether the popularity is dying down. I don't know. Some people should let me know. Let me know either in the comments or on the chat whether Digimon is going strong still. Chain Soldier anime reveals staff 2023 premiere. Lin, Daiki, Yamashita, Kohei Amasaki, Tasuku, Hatanaka, Aina, Aiba, Hikaru, Doganus, diagnosed with the coof. Okay, so it's making its way through. Voice actresses, eh? What do we got here? A turtle's shell is a human's ribs. Anime film reveals more cast. A turtle shell is a human's ribs. Okay. Sword Art Online anime reveals 10th anniversary visual, adds Luna Haruna to November event. 10th anniversary of Sword Art Online. Oof. Has it been 10 years already? Wow. What else? Another voice actress with the coof. Yikes. Wow. Kadakawa Shueisha Shogakukan sue Mangamura pirate site for 1.9 billion yen. Wow. Maybe that's something we should look into here. Companies calculated damages based on 17 pirated manga series. Japanese publishers Kadakawa, Shueisha, and Shogakukan filed a lawsuit against Japanese language manga piracy site Mangamura for 1.9 billion yen, about $14.2 million, at the Tokyo District Court on Thursday. The number represents estimated damages to the company from piracy of 17 manga. The manga mentioned in the lawsuit include One Piece, Kingdom Yawara, Doro Hedoro, Overlord, Sergeant Frog, Wise Man's Grandchild, The Rising of the Shield Hero, Trinity 7, Hinamatsuri, Erased, Mushoko Tensei, Golden Ruff, Kanjo wa Uso o Ai Shisugiteru, Karakuri Circus, Kengen Ashura, and Tasoga Ryuseigen. The Fukuoka District Court handed down a guilty verdict in June 2021 to Romi Hoshino, aka Zake Romi, the alleged administrator of Mangamura, on charges of copyright infringement and hiding criminal proceeds. A 29-year-old Hoshino was sentenced to 3 years in prison, a fine of 10 million yen, about $91,100 US, and an additional fine of 62 million yen, about 565,000. The latter is based on 62 million yen in revenue that Hoshino earned from the site and deposited to a foreign bank account. A representative from Shueisha held a press conference after the verdict and stated they believed the sentence was appropriate and hoped the verdict would serve as a deterrent. The representative also said, if the works that those who have given their all to create are given away for free, it damages the foundation for the creation of interesting works. The Tokyo District Court ordered 2 advertisement agencies, MM and GlobalNet, to pay 11 million yen for soliciting advertisements on Mangamura in December 2021. Manga creator Ken Akamatsu from Love Hina and Jima, a UQ holder, filed the lawsuit against both agencies, claiming that his manga has been illegally posted on Mangamura. His attorney at law stated that this was the first time an advertising agency has been held liable for manga piracy. Judge Koichi Tanaka ruled that as Mangamura infringes copyright through its piracy, the agencies that pay the advertisement fee to the website operator also assists copyright infringement. He also found that sales of Akamatsu's manga has decreased due to piracy. The Mangamura site launched in 2016. Japanese authorities revealed in May 2018 they were actively investigating Mangamura after Kodansha and other publishers filed criminal complaints with police departments in summer through fall 2017. The Japanese government officially asked internet service providers in Japan to block access to 3 pirated manga websites, including Mangamura, in April 2018. Mangamura then became inaccessible on April 17, 2018. However, the Asahi Shimbun newspaper reported the same day that the site did not shut down due to site blocking from internet service providers. According to the newspaper source from a service provider, the action could not have been performed by anyone aside from the site's administrators. Hoshino was residing in the Philippines in 2019, and the Philippine Bureau of Immigration took him into custody in July of that year and extradited him to Japan in September that same year. Police also arrested another alleged Mangamura-related individual named Wataru Adachi in August 2019, as well as 2 other individuals, a 26-year-old male named Kota Fujisaki and 24-year-old female named Shiho Ito, who were both reportedly friends of Hoshino. Fujisaki pleaded guilty while Ito pleaded innocent in their arraignment in September 2019. According to Japan's Content Overseas Distribution Association, CODA, between September 2017 and February 2018, users accessed Mangamura about 620 million times. The association estimated that this caused 319.2 billion yen, or about $2.92 billion, worth of damage to copyright holders in Japan during that time. So they are cracking down. What's next? Anime Matsuri licenses dubs 2 anime shorts from Nippon Animation. Takara Tomi's Kakume Bottleman DX sequel anime reveals 6 cast members. Another actress, Karen Kagami, voiced with the diagnosed with the coof. I'm the Villainous, so I'm taming the final boss. TV anime reveals first promo video. Visual more cast. New Yorosei Yatsura anime cast Katsuyuki Konishi as Rei. Now that looks like about it for, unless they want to load a little more news. Go back a little further in the week. What do we got here? Anything that looks interesting? Nope. Nope. I guess that's it for the news in the week. Only has Saturday update. If we try again, nope, nothing for Sunday. Just Saturday. Okay, we can move along now to the main event. And that is All-Purpose Cultural Cat Girl Nuku. That is one hell of a long title. So from now on, I'm just going to call it Nuku. What I've watched recently and previously in the past is the OVA, which is only 6 episodes long. It is a good way to get the whole story and some good action. So, let's go over the synopsis. When Ryunosuke's pet cat dies in an accident, his inventor father resurrects the cat by placing its brain in an android body made in the form of a young girl. The android, Nuku, has the dual purposes of being a companion or sister for Ryunosuke, as well as being a bodyguard for his father. Nuku's extreme strength and feline agility are regularly needed to protect Ryunosuke and his father from Ryunosuke's mother, who seeks to kidnap them both following her divorce from his father. Her motives towards Ryunosuke are simple motherly love. However, her genius inventor ex-husband she wants to put to work designing weapons of mass destruction for her weapons company. So you can imagine you have the wife who is the president of the weapons company, and she wants to get her son back from her husband. She's going to send all of her resources after them, which leads to lots of damage. And hilarity ensues, of course. So main character is Nuku. And she is voiced by Megumi Hayashibara, who is, if you don't know anime, you should know that Megumi Hayashibara is like one of the most prolific and talented voice actresses out there. I just did a little look up because I know her from watching Ranma 1/2 and such, but I looked her up on IMDb. She has 347 credits, and I managed to write down a few of the things she was in, like Mobile Suit Gundam 0080. She was in Ranma as the main character, Ranma. She was in Patlabor. She was in Bubblegum Crisis. She was in 3x3 Eyes. She was in Video Girl Eye. Tekkaman Blade. She was Faye in Cowboy Bebop. She was in Pokemon as Musashi, which I believe is Jessie in the English version. She was also in Slayers as Lena Inverse. So she has done an incredible amount of voice acting. Detective Conan, it says here. She was in Star Blazers 2202. Where was that I saw? She was in Gundam vs. Hello Kitty. I'd like to see how that plays out. I should try watching that, because Gundam vs. Hello Kitty, that sounds hilarious. Where did it say? She was Evangelion, Rei Ayanami. So there you go. She's one of the main characters of Evangelion. Shaman King. She was in Ghost in the Shell. Fooly Cooley. So this woman, she has done so much. She was Rebecca in One Piece. Super Smash Brothers for Nintendo 3DS. She was Latias, Eevee, Fennekin. Detective Conan. Yeah, definitely. She was in Dissidia, 012, Final Fantasy. Yeah, just the amount of anime she's been in is incredible. I think it goes all the way back to 1971. Yes, 1971. And she's got an incredible voice. She sings very well. But there you go, Megumi Hayashibara. She is our main character, Nuku Nuku. And then the father is Kyusaku. And he's the typical cigarette smoking mad scientist. And yep, he's the one that put the cat's brain into the android because he's a genius. And he did not want to keep making weapons for the weapons company. He was very against using stuff for making war. The next is Ryunosuke. He's just the little boy who just wanted a cat on Christmas, and the cat got hurt. And in order to help out his son, Kyosaku put the brain of the cat into an android. And now Ryunosuke hangs out with Nuku Nuku. And of course, the mother, Akiko. She just wants to get her son back, but she's going to use all the weapons she can to do it. She has 2 henchwomen named Arisa and Kyoko. Now, I think that more villains need henchwomen. They're just so underrated. Okay, and next there's Amy, and she is also an android. She was built in the image of the deceased granddaughter of Kyusaku Natsumi's mentor. But she's a little unstable, and if she does a little bit too much battle, her body will explode. So she has to be careful about that. And she is the android that fights for Akiko's company, Mishima Heavy Industries, against the Nuku Nuku. So it's Nuku Nuku's battle, kind of like a battle friend. Like, they're not like always trying to kill each other, but they scrap it out sometimes. And that's it for the main characters. As you can see, it did pretty well. Number 9 highest in 92. Number 10 most popular in 1992. So just watching the show, you can see the where is it here? You can see the designs. That's your typical 90s anime look. there's the grandfather on the right hand side here, and then the dad, Kyusaku, and Nuku there, and then Ryunosuke, and then his mother on the end, and then there's the two henchwomen at the top, and then Amy with the Vulcan cannon. So the designs are your typical 90s anime, and that's not such a bad thing. It's only 6 episodes long, so you've got roughly half hour, 6 episodes. It's not a lot. You could binge it in an afternoon if you get it into your head. And I would recommend. It's a fun, doesn't take itself too seriously type anime. It didn't get a very good score though, 60%. I would hope that it would get a little bit better than that as your average score. All right, so in the first episode, in the first episode, that's the introduction. You meet the characters, you see what's going on, you wonder why these the scientist, the dad, and Ryunosuke are on the run. It's Christmas time. Ryunosuke finds a cat and wants to keep it. And so, but all of a sudden they get attacked by a high-tech helicopter. Chases them around, and then they get into an accident. The helicopter shoots at them with a Vulcan cannon, and in the ensuing firefight, the poor cat it gets killed. Makes Ryunosuke very sad. So his father has an idea, like, okay, tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the cat, and I'll give you the best Christmas present ever. And he puts the brain of the cat into the android. And then the next scene we see is Nuku waking up Ryunosuke and getting him ready for school. So he goes to elementary school, but she goes to high school. And so she has to attend so she can learn. But during the class, the henchwomen find out where she is, and they take their attack helicopter, and they go and start a not a riot, but they start a battle against Nuku. So as it goes, Nuku does come out on top, and I'd like to say she does perform a pretty good suplex on one of the powered armors that come after her. So if anything, you got to stick around to see at least her give that powered armor a good suplex. I think I tried to find some episode guides, but no one has any good episode guides. So there is one at one point where Nuku does go to a restaurant to earn some money to pay back Ryunosuke for destroying his bicycle. So she becomes the most popular waitress there. I don't know why. Hopefully you guys can figure it out. And the mother, who owns the restaurant as well, Akiko, she notices how much the profits are up, and so she doesn't care that Nuku Nuku's working there. She put aside her personal feelings for business because she's earning lots of money now. So, but the two henchwomen really can't get over it, and they decide to pay a visit to this restaurant. And one thing leads to another, and the place ends up getting riddled with bullets and grenades and such. So that was the end of Nuku Nuku's career as a waitress. I believe, probably because of the work ethic. And a good morning to you, DJ Ronnie G. Thanks for stopping by. Just going over Catgirl and Nuku Nuku. Can't imagine any other reason. No, she did good. She was very good at her job. But a lot of people didn't like her, so. And when she gets into battle mode there, you can see she gets little cat ears that, little mechanical cat ears that hide behind her head. And that's when you know she's really serious. I believe there's also a beach episode. And in the beach episode, you find out that Nuku Nuku can't swim. Her body is so heavy that she just sinks. So it's pretty funny to watch that. She eventually does get an upgrade from her creator. That's Kiyosaku. And then she's able to swim around like a dolphin, which helps her out a lot. But then she gets attacked by a giant mechanical octopus. And so then the battle continues against the henchwomen and Nuku Nuku against the giant mechanical octopus. She's like a real mecha Musume, but doesn't look like a Gundam. No, she does not look like a Gundam. She is much better looking than a Gundam. And she's super powered too. Like the android was state of the art. I wonder, does it have the... I wonder if it's got that. There it is. She takes on the octopus. So for that, she has a hard time. This thing has lots of arms to clamp down on her. But eventually she comes out on top and is able to throw this back onto the ship that it came from, and that starts to sink. And she saves Ryunosuke from his mother. And they head back to land for safety. One of the other episodes is eventually his mother decides that she's going to try to be a mother and not a businesswoman, and try to do all the cooking and the cleaning and everything so they can live together in harmony, because that's all she wants. She just wants to live together in harmony. Here you can see the advertisement. She's the cat who really did come back. All-purpose cultural cat girl Nuku Nuku, volume 1 to 3, 9 lives, 900 horsepower. Yeah, it does seem interesting. Well, that's good. It's like I say, it's only 6 episodes long. It's not very. It's the OVA. There is a television series, from what I can see here. There is a television series that runs 12 episodes. So there's that. And then there's also, I think, another OVA, which is Nuku Nuku Dash, and that came out in 98. Okay, it's a slightly different story than the other one. So it starts out, it's in the not too distant future. One day, Nuku Nuku dropped in and began to live with the Natsume family. Having lost her memory, Nuku Nuku assumed the identity of a beautiful girl named Atsuko Higuchi. She was so beautiful and gentle, and besides, she was such a great cook that Ryunosuke, who's 14, was all smiles. However, after her arrival in town, a series of mysterious incidents start to happen in Maneki City. Experimental machines running haywire, roaring fighter aircraft flying low, mass destruction in the city. In every case, a mysterious girl was spotted at the scene of the incident. Okay. How much is that? That's 12 episodes as well. Oh, and I just want to point out that she is not a monster girl. She would be classified as an android. Android has, or actually a cyborg, because a cyborg has mechanical parts and organic matter. She has the brain of a cat inside of her. So she's a cyborg, not a monster girl, even though she's a cat girl. So it's funny watching when Ryunosuke's mother is trying to be all motherly instead of being the president of the large corporation. She's never done cooking. She's never done cleaning. And so she feels very happy at first to be the family, as a family unit. But then she also starts to feel that she doesn't get to see him enough, and she's being made a fool of. So she gets quite angry, and she gets into her own mech suit and decides that she's going to take down Nuku Nuku once and for all, which is obviously a mistake. Trying to battle Nuku Nuku, who has all this power, is tough for her to do. And it leads up to like destruction of the house that they're staying in, as you know, parts of it get blown away by missiles and such, lasers. It's pretty hilarious. Let's see. What happens in episode 5? Okay. Yeah, that's when she was at the restaurant. In episode 6, which is the last episode, there is a satellite that the mother has built. Her company has made a satellite, and it's a satellite that can take out terrorists or anything like that are threatening people from space. It is so accurate, it can take out 3 people in once, as they show in a demonstration. Shoot through the building, shoot through the people, done. Trying to sell it to the military. And military is interested. So she is quite happy with that, and until there's another accident. And what happens is now the mother is the target. So the president of the Mishima Heavy Industries, Akiko, is the target of this satellite that's going to shoot her in about, I think they give it about 3 or 4 hours. So they send Nuku off to space with Amy. And they'd have to take out the satellite. But the satellite has its own defense systems. So they got to get through all these defense systems, get into the satellite, take it out, destroy it, do whatever they can so that it doesn't shoot Akiko. And I think by working together, they actually do take it down. And they stop it just as the timer, the countdown reaches 0. And they're kind of stuck up in space then. They don't know how to get back down. So that's sort of how we leave off. Nuku's in space. But the family's safe. Yeah. Akiko's not going to get killed anymore. So yes, that is how the story ends. But I definitely encourage you to watch it, and listening to the opening is good too. I think it only happens in episode 2. Episode 1 they don't have the opening, but episode 2 the opening song is very catchy. And you might catch yourself singing it after you listen to it. Can't play it for you now here because I don't want an old copyright strike. You don't need any of that stuff. So yeah, if you want fun, silly anime, not too serious, not a lot of fan service, a little bit bouncy, but that's about it. There's nothing too crazy. So at points it can be very heartwarming as well. Because there's a lot of talk about family and such, and yeah, there she is. That's when she was being trying to be the good housewife. She's trying to cook up fish, but it's staring at her and she's just terrified of it. What else we got here? Yes, when Nuku meets Amy, the other android, she doesn't know right away that she is an android, but Amy wants Nuku's body because Amy, her body heats up too much and she'll just melt and destroy herself if she battles too hard. So she wants to capture Nuku and take her body away from her. So that ends up in quite the battle. Yeah, just for being 6 episodes long, that's pretty much it. I would say very enjoyable. It's got some good voice actors in it, like I say, Megumi Hayashibara. I haven't heard of the other voice actors, but I'm sure they must have done a lot of things. Let's have a look here. Kira Kamiya. Okay. The fellow who played Kiyosaku, the father, he's known for Pompoko, Fist of the North Star, Detective Conan. He's currently in an untitled City Hunter film, which is filming right now. Wow. And he started. Okay, yeah, he's been in it a long time. Let's see here. 1970 is when he started. He was in Gatchaman TV series as G6, Romina. Karate Master. He was in Space Battleship Yamato. Star Avengers. I'm just trying to. There's some here, but there's some that I don't even know what they are. Space Pirate Captain Harlock, The Mystery of Arcadia. Yeah, he's in Galaxy Express 39. Beast King Go Lion. Oh, he was Roy Fokker in Super Dimension Fortress Macross. Wow. Good stuff. He was in Muscle, the TV series, as Kinnikuman. He was in Urusei Yatsura. 3-9 was your first anime? Good stuff. That's an excellent show. Yeah, rest in peace, Roy. Yeah, Roy Fokker. Yeah, he's it's too bad. In each iteration, he's passed on. Like in the original TV series and in Do You Remember Love, he passed on. So that was quite sad. But yeah, this guy, did the voice for that. Wasn't it pineapple upside down cake? Or was it pineapple salad? Fist of the North Star, yeah. Yeah, it was pineapple salad. Yeah, there you go. He was in Maison et Cuckoo. Knights of the Zodiac. Okay, so this guy has lots under his belt. Record of Lodos War. He was in Sailor Moon TV series. Legend of the Galactic Heroes. Dr. Slump. Yeah, there you go. Akira Kamiya. Just gonna check and see. That plays the mother Akiko is Sayako Shimazu. And she's been going at voice acting since 1981. Yurusei Yatsura. Magical Angel Creamy Mammy. Persia the Magic Fairy. Mobile Suit Zeta Gundam. Another Yurusei Yatsura TV series. Dirty Pair. She was Kodachi Kuno in Ranma 1/2. She's got that typical 90s anime villain laugh. The old high-pitched girl laugh. Oh, she was the narrator of Magic Knight Rayearth. And Inuyasha, Prince Abby. Princess Abby. There you go. Very good. You've got some very good voice talent in this show. I think what's on the screen now is the I think this is Nuku Nuku Dash. I don't think this is the one that I watched, the OVA, because she looks way different. But it says 1992. Huh. Okay. Well, been going at this for an hour now. I'm hoping that this has perked your interest in watching Catgirl Nuku Nuku. I think you'll have a fun time. %? Nice. Nice. So yeah. Well, yes, I'm going to close it up with saying, just, you're enticed to find it and watch it. Yeah, I mean, you're definitely going to be able to find it easy on there. Where did I see? It was a legitimate place, too. You could watch it on. I thought they saw it on... Not Tubi. Crunchyroll? Does Crunchyroll have it? I think so. I think that was it. Yeah, it's a good one just to it's a good classic one to sit back and watch. Just keep looking for those diamonds in the rough out there, people. They're out there, and I try to bring them to you every weekend. Those ones that you may not have thought about. Yeah, you check out Crunchyroll and then back channels is in there. I thought I saw it on something else. Was it here? Discotheque Media Official, King Records. Catgirl Nuku Nuku on Blu-ray. No, okay. I can't remember where I saw it to watch. No, you're no help, IMDb. Last Blu-ray you bought was... Oh, sometimes Blu-ray is worth it. Depends. Yeah, I mean, I'm a big proponent of physical media. It can never be taken away from you, right? They can't change it. They can't do anything to it. You have your physical media. That's yours. You watch it. It's the way you want to. It's the way you want it. You want the uncut version? You get the uncut version. You want the one that is a director's cut. You get that director's cut. Not this when you're on streaming and they can, oh, well, we're going to edit this part out, or we're going to do this, or we have to cut it for time or whatever. No. You buy that physical media. You have it. Nobody can change it on you. And that's what I'm That's what I'm against, is them, oh, well, things are a little different now, so we're going to have to change things up. We're going to have to edit this and do this. Oh, you can't see this. No, no, no. I'll decide what I'm going to watch. You don't decide for me. The last Blu-ray we bought was Turn A Gundam, but that's another story. Turn A Gundam. I think I've heard of it, but I don't think I've seen it. The last Gundam I watched was a suggestion from Blaine, from Blaine's Escape Corner, and that was Mobile Suit Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans. And I really enjoyed that. We still have yet to do our sit down and discussion about it. Things constantly being rotated in and out. Yeah, exactly. So it's like, oh, I really want to watch this show. Oh, nobody has it. Okay, then what good are you, streaming services, if you don't have what I want to watch when I want to watch it? Or it's not in my region or something dumb like that. Like, what? I want to watch it, and I want to watch it when I do. So I'm just buying it. That's what I'm doing. Turn A Gundam is an alternative timeline Gundam, far future pre-World War I technology mechs buried in ground from old wars. Oh, okay. That sounds interesting. Are they like steam powered if it's pre-World War I technology? Got to get the furnace going in that thing? Okay, Minovsky reactors? You presume. Okay, well, that's fine. Yeah, when they sort of combine timelines, but there are OG Zakus. Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, you can always sort of tell a Gundam show when you're watching it, because it's like, you're like, there's an awful lot of political stuff going on here. A lot of backstabbing. Awful lot of, you don't know if this person's on the good guys or the bad guys side. Those units basically ran on fusion reactors. All right, so they're still running on reactors then. I thought maybe because you said they were pre-World War I technology, it was going to be like steam. Fusion needs something like hydrogen or helium. Yeah, exactly. Because that's what fusion is all about. I believe, from what I remember of science and all that, is fission is the splitting, and fusion is the bringing together of the molecules and their atoms, bringing together the atoms, the helium and hydrogen together. The society is pre-World War I style because it takes place in a post-apocalyptic Earth. Okay, post-apocalyptic Earth. It's yeah. The wars are so far from their past they don't even remember any of it. Yeah. It gets to a point where you're like, well, why are we even fighting? What's happened? Like, why are we still going at each other like this? So during their own squabbles, a few buried mechs are found by accident. Yeah, okay. And that turns the tide. And they're built to, because are they made of Gundanium? That's Blaine's favorite thing. My mech is more powerful, as Blaine would say, because it's made out of Gundanium. That's my Blaine imitation. The only Gundam I was watching back in the day was Gundam Wing and Gundam Seed. The Hero Mech Kirne has nanotechnology capable of self. Oh, okay. Well, that's a little OP, isn't it? There's only one or two of them? Okay. I did like Gundam Wing. It wasn't bad. It had a really good intro. The song was good. Gundam Seed was good too. I like the character designs. It was one that would run on television, but then it would start over again. Like you wouldn't make it to the last episode. It would just get to a certain point and start over from episode 1 again. So that was the one time when I got pissed off and decided that, you know what? I'm going to just buy all the DVDs. And I did. And I'm like, finally, I get to watch this all the way through. Because, you know, television. Gundam Seed was the beginning of my Gundam resurgence. Went straight from that to UC Timeline series, which I like way more. Okay, yeah. Like I say, I'm not too Gundam savvy. I watched a few of them, but I'm not an expert. Not like my Macross stuff. Macross stuff I'm pretty good with. So yeah, Gundam. You got into Macross after having watched the same Gundam series too many times. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you look at it and you're like, giant robots in space, people piloting them, kind of the same. I find there's not as much political intrigue in Macross stuff, and there isn't a lot of idol singing in Gundam. So each series has something the other doesn't, and they do it very well. So as you're watching, as you're watching Macross, you're like, yes, I know there's going to be an idol singer, and I know there's going to be a love triangle. And you're watching Gundam, you're like, yes, I know there's going to be political intrigue, and there's going to be Gundams flying around that are way overpowered than anything else. Let's see. There we go. That's a good look of Nuku Nuku with her ears out. Was worried the parade yesterday would have me sleeping through this. Yeah. Well, I hope you enjoyed the parade. Hopefully it was good weather for it. I was just chatting it up about all-purpose cultural cat girl Nuku Nuku. If you have not seen it, just give it a try because it's only 6 episodes. That's the OVA. There's a TV series and another OVA that's 12 episodes. But this is your typical 90s anime. It's pretty good. Lots of action. Yeah, 6 episode OVA right up your. There you go. You got. They're only half an hour long too, so starring some very excellent voice actors. Megumi Hayashibara, you got to know that name. She was Ranma in Ranma 1/2. She's done a list of other things. She was Lena in Slayers. Just a very good. The dad is played by the guy who did Rory Folker's voice in Macross. Yeah, very good star power here. And lots of good action. Nuku Nuku's an android who has the brain of a cat put into her because of an accident that happened. And she can act very cat-like. If she sees a mouse or whatever, she runs around and grabs them. A lot of destruction in that. But her mother, The mother of the young boy here, the mother on the left-hand side on the very end, loves her son very much, but he was taken away by her father because he didn't want to be in the weapons making industry anymore, because that's what her company does, is makes weapons for the military. And Nuku is an android, or I guess a cyborg, because she's got the cat brain inside of her. And she's supposed to protect Ryunosuke, who's the young boy there, from his mother, who keeps sending her henchwomen after her with all sorts of mechs and such to bring him back home and live with her. And Nuku protects her with her superior skills and being a super strong android. So that's pretty much the premise of this thing, of this show. And you get to see a lot of destruction, a little bit of fan service. What else? A lot of it's pretty darn good. She goes to the beach. So she gets to hang out at the beach, where she gets ogled by everybody. But it's funny, when she's at the beach, she tries to go for a swim, and she doesn't come up. Because she's an android, made out of metal, and she can't swim. Until she gets an upgrade from her creator, the dad. You do love a two-tone bikini. All right. Giggity. She doesn't walk on the bottom. I think she just, what happens now? She just lay there? It's funny because she just lays there on the bottom. Until she, I think she pushes herself up with her strength in her legs, pushes herself up. Yeah. Yeah, and when she's serious, her little ears pop out. She's got little ears that she hides. Most of the time, their ears are hidden when she's like just doing regular stuff. But as soon as she gets serious or she's being attacked, ears come out, and that's it. All bets are off. She's going to kick some ass. And when she was working as a maid, or not a maid, sorry, a waitress at the cafe, very popular. I think guys were like eating their food. Appleseed robot ears. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. They do. Yeah, guys were wolfing down their food just to get her to come back to their table. Maid, waitress, tomato. Yeah. So yeah, it's definitely an enjoyable anime. You get lots of mech action. Not a lot of people completed it looks like. And it's only got an average score of 60. Tomato is one of my favorite phrases to type. Is it because people go tomato, and they're not getting what you're saying? Like tomato. Oh. Sounds like I got the window open here, and it sounds like getting some rain. Or is that hail? Okay, well, I'll have to see here. Your brain thinks while I type, so I hear my brain say tomato twice. Yeah, tomato. It's all in the pronunciation, eh? I may have to close that window up. Does the TVs have a better rating and more complete? Let's find out. Okay, so the TV, it says each episode centers on Nuku Nuku's adventures and mishaps in high school and her relationship to students. The overall series plot centers on evil Mishima Industries' scheme to dominate the world through its products. In opposition to this plan are the slightly nutty Kiyosaku, that's the dad, Natsume, and Nuku Nuku, the android, who acts as a companion to his young son. Nuku Nuku's classmates are all eccentrics. Futaba, the class president, is a domineering control freak who cannot leave her authority in school. Chieko Shirakawa is rich snob with two yes girls who always take her side. There is a bookworm, a mystic, a scientist, and a pop singer. All of these are true to their descriptions. The mystic is always foretelling doom via tarot cards, spirits, and some other occult technique. The pop singer never says anything except as a song. The bookworm always has her nose in a book. These eccentricities add to the series' humor. Okay, so none of that was in the OVA. So this goes probably a little more in depth when she's at school, showing her and her classmates. And that only got a 58 average score. Whoa. That's too bad. And then there's Nuku Nuku Dash. Where's that? I saw. That came out in 98. And that got an even lower average score. Man, oh man, what's going on here? Bunch of Michaels hating on cat girls. I had to clear that up actually earlier in the stream. I said that Nuku Nuku's not a monster girl. She's a cyborg. A robot with a human brain, or an organic brain, I should say. So she has the brain of a cat inside of a robot body. That's a cyborg, which is not a monster. I don't think it is anyway. That's more of a mech, sort of. It's its own genre. It's not a monster girl. At least I don't think so, unless somebody else wants to argue that it is a monster girl. I don't classify. I shouldn't say I don't. It's a sliding scale, right? It's got to be a sliding scale if you want to call a cat girl a monster girl. How much of a cat is she? And I think I've said that before. Probably typed it out in chat and stuff, but it's you got full on cat monster or there's like all cat. Not indices, but characteristics. And then you've got, girl that's no cat characteristics. Flesh brain gets you close to Bride of Frankenstein. Yeah. No, it's not. She's not a monster as far as I'm concerned. But that always seems to be what it boils down to our discussions on the old escape corner. There is it a monster girl? Is Air Cat Girls monster girls? Well, I would definitely watch the TV show and the new Nuku Nuku Dash. Try that out. If there's one thing they could do is they could bring it back and remake it. I think that would be okay. Nothing wrong with a remake. Megumi Hayashibara is still alive. She could come back and voice Nuku Nuku again. Sort of update the animation. But used to just say some shows were boring and to watch something else, and now I have to think about anatomy of drawn character. Yeah. So yeah. Just gotta close the old window there. There we go. So the rain doesn't come in. Yeah, I mean, it's tough now, eh? There is so much out there, and there's so much that people missed, and there's so much that people couldn't watch because they weren't around. I guess that's for the younger people in the audience. I mean, that's what happened. If you were born in the 90s, you couldn't help it. You were born in the 90s. You know, you were born in the 2000s, you couldn't help it. You know, I was born in the 70s, so anything that came along in the 80s and all that, and the 80s and up, you know, I was able to watch it. And so that's my point here, is trying to expose the younger generation to the older anime that they may not have watched or even thought about. So if I can do that, then mission accomplished. You know, it's like, here, I present you this anime, and this is what I think about it. And if you want, give it a try. It's, especially if it's a short one, you don't have to put a lot of time and effort into it. So I guess that's my whole goal on Sunday Anime Chat, is to expose younger viewers to older anime that they may not have ever heard of, seen, or even thought of. There we go. Mission statement. Popculture Mechanic mission statement for Sunday Anime Chat. I guess you're pretty happy too. Yeah, I fixed up that Twitter. I got my Twitter account. I've got the same ability as Hazel on YouTube, where you find something I've never heard about, and I've been hunting weird anime for a while. Yeah. Yeah, it's good to know that there's others out there who can do the same thing. They're like, hey, look at this. Hey, check this out. And you're like, wow, I've never heard of that before. I am going to look at it, though. And yes, my Twitter is up and going. So now I can advertise, and now, Blaine, you can @ me when you're like, hey, chatting with Popculture Mechanic, and come to this link. So I can do the same thing, do a little cross promotion, all that good stuff. Try to get the word out. Make sure you smash that like button. Tell your friends. Let's get the old broadcast going out there and try to rake in the people. Just smashed it. Like Hulk. Smash. That's the way you got to do it. So yeah. And I finished up yesterday. I finished up my playthrough of Batman the Animated Series. That was quite gratifying. Got that done. Next up, I have to pick another game to play. We'll see. From the handheld collection, I'm thinking of maybe Shantae for the Game Boy Color. This time you can have a color game to play, not just one in the old green scale that they had. I'll be doing that next week, starting that. Tomorrow is August the 1st. For me, that is a stat holiday in Canada, so I don't have to go to work. So I can stay home and maybe do a stream, maybe do a game stream or something. Something like that. Or a free-for-all. I haven't decided yet. I want to do something. Yeah, so just doing a little bit of wrap up. Holiday stream? Yeah, what do they call it here? I'll just check the old calendar. in front of me. Civic holiday. It's a civic holiday. So I guess they needed a stat holiday in August, and they're like, yep, let's just do it on the 1st. It's nothing fancy. It's not a... it doesn't have a very cool name to it. It's just civic holiday. Yeah, well, odd. Yeah. I'm not going to... Hey, if I can get paid for a stat holiday and I don't have to go to work, I'm not going to question it too much. And you're like, yep, that's good enough for me. Yeah. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, you got girls with guns. Nothing better than that. But I think I've been chattering on now for a while, so I'm just going to start to wrap this up. It's been a pretty good stream. I like talking about anime. Hoping to get another an idea I have for a stream too, like Tradesman Tuesdays or something like that, where you can get people in the trades out to come and talk about their stuff. Awesome. Kampai with my... Yeah, damn straight. Kampai. Blinsama. Just a little thought in the works there as to what else I could do. I wouldn't mind seeing more tradesmen come out here and chat, hear about the stuff they do, all the projects they work on, stuff like that. Some of the ideas they have for or the repairs they've done to machinery. Something that one of my other interests, of course, relates to my job. So it's something I'm keeping in the back of my head, thinking about. It requires a lot more YouTube time. I've only been able to do this on the weekends usually, so just because there's a lot of time in the morning for me. But yeah. All right. I just want to thank everybody for showing up. It was great seeing DJ Ronnie G come by. I've seen the content on his channel. Make sure you subscribe. Visit DJ Ronnie G. He's got some good content. Thanks to Blaine for stopping by from Blaine's Escape Corner. Subscribe to Blaine. He has a show on usually every day, Monday to Friday at 7 p.m. Pacific time. It's his Blaine's Escape Corner. So come on out, have a chat, enjoy some escapism with all of us. We're usually there. Who else? There's the Nerdporial Lifeform. Have a look on his channel. He has some excellent content as well. He talks about a lot of the recent shows, and he has retrospectives on some of the games. He also plays some of the newer games. Who else? There's the Underground. Those guys, they do a lot of deep dives into shows with a lot of long videos. There's Brandon, the anime guy. He's got excellent content as well. He usually does his during the day, weekdays. I believe it's 10 a.m. Mountain Time. And he talks a whole bunch of anime. Just lots of it. Just trying to figure out if I missed anybody. Oh, you're welcome, DJ Ronnie G. Yeah, no problem. Glad to plug other content creators like myself. You know, the smaller guys. We got to support each other and get the word out. You know, That way, that's how we sort of grow ourselves organically. People come out, they check us out, they either like it or don't like it, or they like the engagement. I think that's what I like, is the engagement, being able to listen to somebody that you're watching and engage with them, type in the chat and be like, hey, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? I don't like this. I like that. It's more engaging that way. I wish mobile would let me click DJ and pop the channel open. Yeah, I mean, hey, mobile's got to get on it, right? Get a better app going. Come on, YouTube, get a better app. I better be careful, otherwise it'd be just like, oh, Popculture Mechanics channel never existed, and we don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, I believe that's everyone for now that I can remember. Oh, and Woopa Troopa, don't forget, check out Woopa Troopa. He does video game playthroughs of Pokemon games and such. I like watching his content. It's pretty fun. He's a chill guy to hang out with. I think he does Troopa Tuesdays and Woopa Wednesdays. I think that's what his usual mode of working is. So yeah. All right, everybody. It's been great chatting. I've enjoyed my time. I hope you have too. This is the Popculture Mechanic signing off. We'll see you guys either tomorrow or next week.